In the early 1990s, a group of young players from the Manchester United Academy changed football forever. Giggs, Scholes, Beckham, Neville. They're more than just a team, they were a movement. Today, we're bringing that legacy back, but with a twist. In this EAFC 25 career mode, I'm taking on the Class of 92 Rebuild Challenge. Can we build a new dynasty from scratch? Can our modern day academy legends match the greatness of the originals? Let's find out. Welcome to the journey. This is the Class of 92 Reborn, presented by yours truly, Pastor Z. It's new beginnings as we start our first day as a Manchester United head coach. We have a long, thrilling season up ahead with a lot of changes to make before we even get things started. So one thing that we're going to go ahead and do is change our formation as well as the nationality of our players. So we're going to go ahead and make a change from the current formation that we're rocking to a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-2 hybrid, as it's the formation that was used by the class of 1992. We're also going to go ahead and make a lot of player sales. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and make a lot of sales and basically clear out house. So let's dive right into it. Alright guys, so we've gone ahead and made a lot of player sales and some signings. We had to sign a few English talents such as Joe Bellingham, Cadence from Portman, and other players that you're going to see later on within this video. But amazing signings and amazing sales so far. Let's also dive into the scouting report. As you know, we're trying to build the class of 92. We have a scout going to England to find the next box-to-box midfielder and Beckham. We also have the next Ryan Giggs coming in from Wales, so hopefully we can find a pacey left mid, left winger from there. And then, a little untraditional, but we're going to go ahead and try and find the next George Best, as he is one of my favorite all-time FIFA players. So we've gone ahead and gotten our first scouting report. We have a 94 rated center mid called Mills, who's absolutely insane, an insane box-to-box midfielder. But not only that, we have another 92 rated midfielder called Barber. An amazing start to the scouting reports. And we also have like a plethora of them. We have an 88 rated, another box-to-box center mid. So an amazing start from our first youth scout. After that, we went ahead and got an insane Welsh left mid called Scale with 93 potential. Absolutely insane. We basically have our new Ryan Giggs, and we also have a 92 rated left winger as well. So we have two insane wingers that are going to be competing for that left hand side. And finally, we have probably the best talent I've ever seen in a FIFA career mode, a 97 rated right winger from Northern Ireland. That's going to be our next George Best. An absolutely insane start to this career mode challenge. And we went ahead and signed Cole Palmer. Get in, son. New star, new superstar. With Bruno Fernandes and Delit, who may be on their way out actually. But we'll see towards the end of, the first games. If we do get another offer for Delit, we got one previously, but I accidentally asked for too much money, so we weren't able to sell him off. But we have a new number 7 signing, Cole Palmer. Let's get it, guys. I know you guys are as hyped as me. A 145 mil plus Joshua Zirkzee. You feel me? A star deal. I gotta negotiate the deals really well, so get in, son. Alright guys, before we get into the first game of the season, I just want to show you guys the squad. This is the only game where we're not going to play a 4-4-2 variation. As you know, I'm trying to get used to the players that we're going to be using, and it's going to be Rashford's final game for us. So we're going to be playing Manchester City in a Community Shield final, and this is going to be the squad for this game. A lot of new signings, a lot of changes to the squad, but a lot of English players within our team. So let's get into our first press conference. Alright, I just want to start off by saying that I know Giddens is going to be an electric winger who's going to be competing with our young Welsh talents. Cole Palmer, we're hoping that he's going to go ahead and light it up for us in this first game. And Joe Bellingham, we hope that he can control the midfield. So let's dive into our first game of the season. A quick look at Manchester City's tactics for this final. They're going to be playing a 4-2-3-1 wide with a tiki-taka play style. Hopefully we're able to exploit them on a counter to win this final, our first final and our first game as Manchester United head coach. Let's dive straight into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
Alright guys, so we kick off our first game of the season in this FA Community Shield versus Manchester City. Hopefully we're able to start off this first game with a bang, just to have some good morale and confidence going forward into this new season with this class of 92 squad. I'm going to try and play it down the wing here. Unfortunately, Hall can't make his cross in, and now City look to counter on their own. Really weird, unlucky bounces from our defense. Haaland continues going away with it. And he finds Silva. And he finds Bruno. Oh my goodness. And he comes back to haunt us. We just sold Bruno to Man City for 108 million. And he comes to score against us, making it 1-0. Not the best start from us whatsoever.
My head is splitting, man!
Sorry.
Oh God, what kind of sudden headache is this?
We kick things off, hoping to improve things. As you know, we did concede kind of quick within this final. Rashford brings it down the line, but unfortunately he loses it. And Man City play an incredible tiki-taka attack versus us. And Grealish threw on goal 1-on-1. 2-0 down in the first 15 minutes.
That one we are not going to tolerate at all. At all. At all. I've said.
We're looking to improve drastically. As you know, we did concede 2 early goals, but we playing it out the back. Little tiki-taka player from ourselves. Amazing work so far. We find Rashford, who finds Cole. And Cole shoots. Oh my goodness, Cole bangs one. Our new number 7 signing, banging an incredible goal versus Manchester City, making it 2-1. Come on, Cole. What an incredible strike from Cole Palmer. Look at that, outside the box. He's so confident. We signed him to make big changes at our club and to help us in this class of 92 rebuild, and he delivers. Amazing finish from Cole Palmer.
Oh, I'm so hyped right now. Anything's possible! Oh my God!
And we're looking to go on another counter before the stroke of halftime. We do nicely to find Cole, who finds Greenwood. Oh, Palmer's just so unlucky not to be able to win that chest control. We win it nicely from Haaland. Mino, who finds Greenwood. Greenwood does nicely to dribble past his defender. Lewis with a little bit of a short pass to Greenwood, but he does nicely to win it back. A little sloppy pass, but we still keep it. Now it falls to Cole, who's doing a little skills. Unfortunately, he does go ahead and lose the ball. And then Braithwaite makes an incredible Brexit tackle on Haaland, showing him, that nice English spirit. You love to see those types of tackles. And I do believe that, oh, hold on, Giddens almost getting in on the attack himself. But unfortunately, he can't, and that's the first half, ending 2-1. Not the best display from us, but I know we're going to be able to hopefully come back. A little bit of a tactical switch, as we're just going to go ahead and switch Rashford and Greenwood up top. And City kicks us off in the second half. Like I said previously, hopefully we're able to come back and draw this game and hopefully even win it. Haaland takes a long range effort and it's a comfortable save for a goalkeeper. We play a nice long ball to Giddens, who unfortunately can't find Rashford. And now City look to counter once again, playing it to Grealish. Lewis unlucky not to win it there. And it does go out for a throw-in for City. We're trying to still pressure with Lewis. It falls to Grealish, who finds Haaland, and what a weird shot, but what a nice save from our goalkeeper. and it falls to Grealish, and a nice double save from our goalkeeper. Amazing goalkeeping from our keeper so far. Our new signing, he's being a wall. Unfortunately, Hall does a bad pass and loses the ball in the midfield. City look to counter. Haaland brings it up and he passes it to Silva. Silva's dribbling down the line. Hall wins it nicely, but unfortunately he loses it straight after that. To Haaland. To Bruno. To Nico. To Haaland again. Oh my goodness. 3-1.
Why did you do that? Why not? Is it the kind of message you want to send?
Not the best start whatsoever to the second half by us. It's looking very unlikely for us to make a counter, but we're still going to try ahead and at least get one goal back. Nice little link-up play from us right now. A little mix of sloppy passes, but we move. Rashford with an amazing through ball to Greenwood though, and Greenwood finishes. Oh my goodness, is there a comeback in the making? Greenwood makes it 2-3. An amazing pass by Rashford though, nonetheless. Look at that through ball. Amazing finish by Greenwood. Our old academy graduate to I guess our newer academy graduate linking up to make it 2-3. We go ahead and win a corner in a dangerous position. Hopefully we can get something out of it. Nice little tiki-taka play from us. Greenwood with some nice dribbles who finds Cole. Takes an effort. Oh, and at the second asking, it goes in. Cole Palmer getting a brace. Making it 3-3. Amazing work. We're ecstatic in the touchline. Incredible first save, but an incredible second attempt. Almost like a Mycon type of finish. Getting it past the goalkeeper to make it 3-3.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
And City goes ahead and kicks us off. It's an amazing comeback story, making it 3-3, but they look to be on attack straight from the kickoff. Hall tries to defend Bruno, and the ref goes ahead and blows for a foul. We're going to go ahead and make some subs so that we can get some fresh legs on this pitch, hopefully to get the win. We've made an incredible comeback, so of course, the win is the objective now. City floats in. Oh no, they don't float in a direct cross. They float a backwards cross though, and we can't defend it, and Trafford makes an incredible save. Look at the teammates showing the love. He's basically kept us in this entire game. He's been a wall for us, so incredible stuff from our new signing as well. And they go ahead and bring on KDB for that extra attacking threat. Hopefully we defend this, and we do. We play it back to the goalkeeper who plays it out incredibly to Job. We find Rashford. Nice little composure playing it out the back initially. Hopefully we can go ahead and win it. City are lucky to be offside. We play it with Rashford who tries to find Greenwood. Unfortunately can't. And the ref blows for a penalty. It's a handball on Ruben out of all people. Oh my goodness, what an incredible turnaround to the story. Guardiola just goes ahead and tries to clear the ball, and unfortunately it hits Ruben Diaz's hand. And Cole Palmer has a chance to win the game for us. And he does, of course he does. Cool, calm, and composed Cole Palmer for you.
Here's the reaction. Back in his chin.
What an absolutely incredible performance by Cole Palmer, who makes it 4-3 and seals his debut hat trick. Look at that perfect penalty. There's no chance Ederson was saving that. We've made a historic comeback win as our first game as manager. Hopefully we can see out the last few minutes. City looks to get one last counter in. Hopefully we're able to defend it. Theo Hernandez whips it across and we clear it nicely with Braithwaite. Nice little flare pass by Palmer, who finds Greenwood nicely on the wing. Palmer again to Rashford. Little skill moves from Rashford, who finds Giddens. Can he seal it? Oh, unlucky by Giddens. So unlucky by our new signing not to score. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, but an incredible save by Ederson nonetheless. Hopefully we're able to get something from this corner. Unfortunately we don't, but it falls as far as Rashford. Let's try and keep possession for a little bit, hopefully see out the game. Palmer tries to do a cheeky pass, but unfortunately can't get its way through. And the ref does give City a last free kick. Hopefully they're not able to play the ball up and we're able to clear it if they do. They look to try and find Haaland. City on the last ditch attack. Silva was kind of through, but they try and cross it into Haaland, and Braithwaite is just there, and we seal the win. What an incredible comeback. What an incredible game that ends 4-3 with a hat trick by Cole Palmer on his debut, and we go ahead and win our first final of this FA Community Shield versus our rival enemies, Manchester City. An amazing win at this derby game. Amazing final, an amazing talented squad. I know we're going to be able to do great things with this squad, and next game we're going to have the youngsters playing within this team. This was also Rashford's final game for us, so a little bit of emotions for him as well. Incredible win, incredible start to the season. Let's go Man U, and let's get it, boys. After an incredible comeback versus Manchester City, I want to give a special shout out to Giddens, who was electric down that wing. Incredible performance on his debut. Also, I want to go ahead and give a nice shout out to De Ligt, who was pretty solid in defense. Although we did concede quite a few goals, De Ligt was pretty solid in that defense. And then, of course, the main man himself, Cole Palmer, the guy who bagged himself a hat trick and also 26 dribbles, and our man of the match. As I had mentioned earlier, Rashford does go ahead and leave us right after the match. Out with the old and in with the new. He was incredible, from the youth academy back in the day, but we got some new young talents coming in for our class of 92 rebuild. So let's get this started. Let's go ahead and get these youngsters into our first team. A quick look at our squad before our first game of the season versus Fulham. Mills is getting his debut in the midfield next to Joe Bellingham. We also went ahead and swapped Huijsen for Lenny Euro in a direct swap, so he's also going to be debuting with us today. First conference of the season versus Fulham, and we gotta go and give a shout out to De Ligt. We're hoping that he's going to be a solid rock in our defense for this first game of the season. Also a nice little shout out to Greenwood. Hopefully he's able to bang a lot of goals this season. We're welcoming him back to our squad, so hopefully he's able to deliver those big goals. And last but not least, Rico Lewis. We're hoping that he's going to be a solid right back for us, and we're hoping that he's going to be able to go up and down the pitch successfully. So let's dive into our first game of the season. Quick look at Fulham's tactics. They're going to be running the 4-2-3-1 wide with a tiki-taka playstyle, so hopefully we're able to beat them on the counter. Let's dive straight into our first match of the season.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
Fulham kicks us off to get us started on our first game of the season. Hopefully we're able to start off the season with a big win. With the class of 92 players, we are going to be bringing in a lot of more youngsters within the next few games, as I'm just trying to fill out our squad within the first opening game of the season. Lewis does well to win back possession for us, and we're going to try and play tiki-taka a little bit throughout this run in this RTG, so hopefully our players are able to gel and have that nice chemistry going forward. Rodgers does well to keep the ball there alive. We find him again. We go ahead and find Job, who finds Greenwood, and unlucky from Greenwood not to be able to shoot. Fulham looks to attack us on a quick counter. Hopefully our players are able to get back in time. So far we have pretty good, positions within our defense. Unfortunately, there's a huge gap, and thankfully the Fulham attacker misses, but we are not pleased with how easy they were able to break us apart in that play. We want to throw near the halfway line, and we're looking to instantly attack with Morgan Rogers, who brings it down the line nicely. We go ahead and we find Palmer, who finds Mills, who finds Giddens, who finds Job, and Job with a beautiful strike, making it 1-0. Incredible goal on his Premier League debut. Amazing from the youngsters, class of 92, starting it off with a bang. Incredible start. Incredible goal as well from our young midfielder. Look at this. Nice little Travella shot. Easy goal, making it 1-0. Dillard then goes and wins swiftly a long ball by Fulham, so we try and play it out the back. Lewis does well as to invert into the midfield. Job does nicely to bring it down. We find Rogers, who does a nice and little cheeky skill move into Palmer. Palmer with an incredible turn, and Palmer goes and bangs it in. Incredible turn though by Palmer. How did he get past that defender with so much ease? He's just a superb talent. Incredible work from our number 7, getting his first Premier League goal of the season. What a way to start, and what a banger from Cole Palmer. We then go ahead and win the ball swiftly in the midfield after halftime break, and Palmer does crazy to get past his defender. He just bangs it in with so much power. But look at the little cheeky skill move to just fly past his defender. Amazing work from Cole Palmer. Look at this again. The defender in no man's land, and he just buries it into the goal. Amazing work by a youngster, making it 3-0. We then go ahead and win it nicely with Rico Lewis, who's having a fantastic game. And we go ahead and bring it up with Job, who finds Mills. And Mills goes ahead and delivers an insane cross into Morgan's, but an incredible cross by our nice academy recruit Mills with the 94 potential, but an amazing assist by him, and even a better finish for Morgan Rogers to match it. Look at this. First time volley outside the foot as well, but that ball from Mills was just superb. This class of 92 is really kicking things off with a bang. We go ahead and make some changes as we do have some tired legs. We're bringing on Braithwaite, who played an amazing game versus Man City, hoping to help us seal out this win versus Fulham. We're going to try and play it down the middle. Hopefully we can get one more goal. And Greenwood, oh my goodness, just denied by the goalkeeper. An amazing attempt by Greenwood nonetheless though. And Fulham also goes ahead and makes some changes. Can we whip in a good cross with Cole Palmer? Hopefully we can. We go ahead and make one more final change before this game ends. And we go ahead and whip it in with Cole Palmer. Oh, who's just unable to find the lid, and the shots get blocked by the defender. Fulham looking to counter one last time with this free kick. They played to Traore, who just blitzed past our defense. And a nice save from Trafford, but the lid goes and spills it, and it's so unlucky, making it 1-0. Unlucky error by our defense. But, we should have gone and dealt it better, but, we paid the price for it. Unfortunately, we don't keep our clean sheet in this first game, but we are going to go ahead and win it comfortably 4-1. Hopefully, we don't go ahead and concede, though, so let's go ahead and keep the composure with the young lads of 92. But Fulham looks to, score one, but, oh my goodness, and Traore's there, but thankfully our defense goes ahead and makes a miracle happen. And we actually look to attack ourselves one last time to make it 5-1. Can we? We bring it down the line with Rogers. Unfortunately, he can't put in a good cross. And I do believe that's going to be game. Yes, it is. Oh no, the ref calls a foul actually. But it's still going to be game. A nice, comfortable 4-1 win in our first Premier League game of the season. I hope you guys are liking it so far. I'm loving this RTG. Incredible work from our young talent Mills. And I can't wait to see what our other young players do within the next few games. So let's go ahead and dive into the press conference. As always, Cole Palmer wins our Man of the Match award as well. Great stuff though on this first game of the season by our young squad. So amazing performance by our young lads. I want to go ahead and give a special shout out to Greenwood. He was unlucky not to get on the score sheet, but nonetheless, he played an amazing game. Also, Mills, who was debuting and had a fantastic game. He's such an exciting young prospect, such a nice young talent that we have in our squad, and we're hoping that he's going to be able to be the heart of our midfield going forward. And Rico Lewis also played a very nice game, playing masterfully in that inverted role. As previously stated, there are going to be some changes for our squad in this second game versus Brighton. We're going to go ahead and give Elliot his debut start for us. Hopefully he's able to, blitz things on the wing. And we are going to go ahead and bring in Rodgers around the 60th minute, so he does get some play time for us as well. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at Brighton's tactics for this second game of the season. So they are going to be playing a 4-2-3-1 wide with the tiki-taka play style. So hopefully we're going to be able to beat them on a counter. But let's get into the second game of the season.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
We go ahead and kick off our second game of the season, and we're hoping to get 6 points out of 6 in our first 2 games. Brighton is then on the counter, and we have a few players out of position. Our goalkeeper goes ahead and makes an incredible save in the opening first few minutes of the game. Brighton does have a corner, however, can we defend it? And our goalkeeper makes yet another save. Incredible work. Lewis tries to play it out, but we can't, and thankfully they miss. It's our turn to attack, and Elliot goes ahead and finds Palmer, who finds Hoysen, who finds Giddens, who finds Elliot again, who feeds Greenwood, and Greenwood one-on-one, and he buries it. And a superb goal from Greenwood, an incredible pass from Elliot, amazing link-up play from our youngsters. Look at Elliot getting his first assist in his first game. He makes it look so easy, and Greenwood just absolutely thunders it into the back of the net. Amazing start, making it 1-0 versus Brighton in our second game of the season. Brighton's on the attack again, looking to draw the game. It's a comfortable tame shot for our goalkeeper, and we look to play it out the back. We've been doing really well playing it out the back with our little tiki-taka play style. Amazing passing so far. Palmer goes ahead and finds Mino, who does well to keep it, who finds Elliot, who finds Giddens, who finds Greenwood, who feeds in Mino, and it's an amazing tiki-taka goal. That's exactly what I'm talking about, guys. I love the tiki-taka play styles. I love just watching the passes just glide past the pitch so effortlessly. Look at that. We make it look so easy, and we go ahead and get 2-0 up versus Brighton. Amazing start. Brighton then tries to build their attack from down the middle. Our defense is a little high up the pitch. We do play a little bit of a deep high line. And oh my goodness, we just open up and allow that in, and their number 17 goes and scores, making it 2-1. We are leading, but I don't like how the defense just split open and allowed that easy goal. But nonetheless, we're looking to come back and score more goals in this half. Mino does really well to win the ball back there in the midfield, high up. We play a nice pass to Greenwood. Greenwood with a face shot and a nice spin, and he just bangs it in. Oh my goodness, what an incredible goal by Greenwood, who just spins past his marker with so much ease, making it 2 goals in his second game. An incredible spin. Look at the defender just laying on the ground. Incredible skill by Greenwood, and an incredible finish as well. We play it out from the keeper after a backwards pass. We've been doing really well with this little tiki-taka play. You know, in the first 3 games, we've been dominating possession with the little tiki-taka. Palmer does well to shimmy past his defender who finds Hall, and Mino just goes ahead and bangs in a first time finish. Incredible linkage play right before the first half ends to make it 4-1. Incredible second game of the season. We're just dominating our opposition right now. Incredible work from our youngsters. We go ahead and look to counter in the second half. We have brought in Rogers. We play a nice quick 1-2 with him, and he goes ahead and brings it down the bar line. Rogers still with it. Oh my goodness, easy goal. Wow, Rogers just blisters down the bar line. Look at me with the gun emotes. You know, he just blitzed down the bar line, and Giddens gets his first goal with us. An amazing linkage of play right there. Quick 1-2, quick sprint down the line, and it's just an easy pass and an easy finish into basically an empty net. Great start for our young lads. Come on, class of 92. We go ahead and win it nicely in the dying minutes, trying to get one last attack in before the game ends. Unfortunately, Rogers just can't get the ball, but we do go ahead and win the game. Nice second win of the Premier League season. Nice third win on this RTG. We've been playing really well so far, and I'm enjoying this RTG series with these young lads. And you know, before or after we get into this press conference, we're gonna have some new possible secret signings coming in. So let's get straight into it. After an impressive second win on the road, I want to give a special shout outs or a few special shout outs. The first one to Dean Hoysen, who was just a solid rock in our defense. Absolutely insane signing. Cole Palmer again, pivotal in our attack, up and down the pitch. And then last but not least, our youngster who got a nice assist this game as well. So on to the little twist of our first episode. So I'm going to give you guys the options to sign 2 out of these players that I'm going to be showing you guys. The first one is Lamine Yamal, an incredible young talent. The second one is Pau Cubarsí, as we definitely need an extra defender within our team, as we are lacking defenders, and it is going to take us quite a bit of time to find another English lad in that center back position. And then of course we have Do Desiree, an incredible French talent who scored an amazing 2 goals in the Champions League final in real life. Third, we have one of my favorite young talents, Enric, or I should say Bobby Charlton. But you know, he's an amazing attacker, you know, just to give us a little bit more depth. And then finally, our last player is going to be Arda Güler, the Turkish maestro. Or you guys can also comment down below a player you guys would be interested in me signing, keeping in mind that they do have to be at least 20 years and younger. I truly hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of our Class of 92 RTG. Be sure to like and subscribe. We are going to be posting more episodes on a weekly basis, so be sure to comment down below our next signing. As always, thank you for watching. Pastor Z logging out. Peace.